I want to take you back 25, 30 years when in the late 70s, early 80s, there were 8, 10, 12 people in an office. And they had a broker or a manager that showed up every single day.
We all went into the office, we all went to office meetings, we all toured our new listings.
And that broker or manager was able to one-on-one talk with the agent, ask them what they're doing, ask them about their clients, sit down with their clients in the conference room and go over what the strategies and goals are.
I do remember when I first started out, I had clients in the conference room and the manager was in the back. Client would ask a question, I'd say, I'll be right back.
So in those days, there was a lot of accountability, a lot of direct supervision by the person who owned the company and certainly by the licensed broker. So you had offices of 10 or 15 people, but it turned into being 15 or 20 office chains in effect. So you had lots of offices, one owner, and the good news is one master plan, one game plan on how to approach client service, marketing, and how to deliver good customer-focused attention. The companies in those days really competed head-on against each other on the basis of client service. So you saw things start to happen in those days like the first agent sales training programs, the first management training programs. You saw extended, very professional educational systems. And then you saw advanced marketing concepts, different types of advertising. And all of it was really generated around the idea of how can I beat the other company with better service to a client. Those large regional companies ended up earning a very significant advantage over the small one owner, one office, 10-man real estate companies out there. But the executives from these large regional companies, some of them decided that the advantages that the big companies had could maybe be packaged and taken to these small companies. And in doing so, you got the birth of what is known as the real estate franchise business.
All of a sudden, franchises got into the business. The franchise companies said, we can have all these independent owners look like they're a big giant company.
So the idea of a franchise in real estate was basically to mimic a large regional company, basically to fool the public. What you had then, unlike the regional companies, is you had all these individual offices who now, for the first time, carried the same name. However, each were owned by different people. These companies, these individual offices, and even though they had the same name, and even though to the public they looked like the same organization, they actually competed against each other. And in doing so, started a war for recruiting and hiring salespeople from their other companies or from the companies that they competed against. In any event, it was the most significant change probably in the last 40 years of the real estate business, because it's what we've called a shift from a client-centric business where clients were the focus of attention to an agent-centric business.
Instead of the clients being the buyers and sellers, the clients all of a sudden became these agents. How many agents can I hire? How many of them can I stack on each desk that I have?
Their model turned into how many agents can we recruit, not how can we better service the client.
I really felt as though I was the customer of the corporate identity because I was being marketed constantly.
My job was to recruit agents. We were supposed to get net 10 a month, which means if I lost 3, that means I had to get 13 to net 10.
They may have 100, 200, 250, 300 agents in one office, and they have one responsible broker and maybe a manager of that office. There's no way that one manager can handle hundreds of agents in an office.
Way out of the ability to manage and control the quality of service that goes on at a street level with a client.
We would hold training classes all during the week, and half of them never showed because they had other jobs. So it's very difficult to train people who aren't committed to the business.
Having 300 people in my company didn't make me a better broker. It didn't help me to serve my clients any better.
I would love the part about being able to take care of the people that wanted to be professionals. The rest of them that just wanted to get a paycheck were a very irritating part of my business, but part of my job, which is why I left that arena.
We see now to where that staff and that roster of agents, less than 20% of them are the kind of people that are committed to the industry and committed to careers, committed to enhancing their knowledge base and their skill set so that they're a better resource to the client. And the unfortunate thing is that it's no longer just a model for those franchises, it's actually become a model for the entire industry.
It's why Broker in Trust is. It's all about the client. It's all about the consumer. That's why we exist, because each one of our Broker in Trust network members want to service the client directly. It's the broker directly to the client to provide services. They're not making money off of agents like other companies.
They've made a commitment to not hire real estate salespeople. The significance of that is that rather than focus on how to leverage agents to make money, instead they've made a commitment to focus only on their clients. So all their energy, all their creativity is spent on making better client services and enhancing their skill set and their ability to be a great resource to people who want to buy and sell real estate.